Today we're not going to build, we're going to continue with the catalog that we were doing last week. The catalog of 1996. Let's just continue. Lego trains. They started like 30 years ago. The passengers are sitting in containers. I don't know what's the purpose of that. And then there was of course the ships, the ones that were actually able to float. Time cruisers. I don't know what I'm seeing here. Lego Western. Pirates. I don't know why they discontinued that. Lego Knights. Aquazone. Just period. Very nice. A Lego Space. But this is a huge spaceship. And then of course the model team. I don't have any model team sets. This is also an amazing set, and I think this is actually also a nice set. Lego Technic. 1996. Yeah, that was the time. Hello, this is Timo, and this is another video of my project where I'm talking and building my old Lego. Today we're not going to build, we're going to continue with the catalog that we were doing last week. The catalog of 1996 here in front of me. Let's just continue and start where we ended up last week. And we ended up on for me, very interesting team. Very nice team. Lego trains. Although I assume, because I just only saw this page yet, the other page I saw the last time, I think I saw it like 30 years ago. So I think it was not that good anymore, or like in the 1991 batch. I can put it in the description. I did the Lego catalog of 1991. I think I already did it. Yeah, pretty sure. So then there was first, yes, I remember this, there was this replacement of the metro liner. Of course, it was very difficult for Lego to show up with a replacement for that set. Then it's very difficult, then it's very likely to fail. Yeah. And I think, yes, I was also back then not very amazed by it. Also because it's a bit weird, because it's a train and the passengers are sitting in kind of like containers that can be taken off from the train. I don't know what's the purpose of that. It's like a very time-consuming thing, right? If you take off entire containers with people in it from the train, probably to put it on another train, so you save them change time to another train, but I don't think it will go faster, right? Or you just leave them somewhere and it's turning into a kind of a hotel or something, So, but that's, I don't know. But maybe for kids it was like a kind of a thing, creative thing. They could just actually do something with that. Yeah. Actually, in this set, actually, was the power unit included, which was not in the previous sets. So that was actually a good thing. And again, continuing here with this comics. All right. Let's go to the next page. Let's see what Lego trains also had to offer still. Not amazing, but not bad. I actually did this set in the video. I can also put it in the description. I don't want to put too much video links in the description, but maybe this one is also worth it because it's actually a very nice set. Not from 1996, I think it was from 1995. And there's this container terminal. Yeah. But this road crossing is quite minimalistic. There was a better time, I think, with road crossings. And this cargo train also is a bit weird. Weird design. Not that bad, but a lot of these big wagons. So you immediately have a quite long train. And then there was, of course, the ships. The ones that were actually able to float in water. I had this fire boat, but fire guard boat, maybe it's a better way to say it, but it's not anymore listed here. And there's like again lifeguard. This lifeguard thing was yeah, was something for Lego, and like a speedboat. And always the same mold, right? They always are built in the same particular mold to be able to float. Yeah, before we go to the next page, let's go to the next major news event. June 8th till June 30, there was the UEFA Euro 96 football competition, football games, soccer for the Americans, and Germany won. Maybe for Americans, this is a bit like American football, you know, like I don't know how you call it. Football, you just say just football in America. The UFLA, I have no idea actually. The Super Bowl, I think it's called. I think this is a bit comparable with this event in Europe. Yeah, that was held in June 8th till June 30. Again, I didn't find better news events that year, 1996. We continue. And what we have here, time cruisers. All right. This is the first time I see it after 30 years. I forgot about it. This reminds me a bit of this late, this 2025, this what I saw in the catalog. Like this weird things, these dreams, I think it's called dreams, yeah. It looks a bit similar. Just very weird things, weird designs also, like this, like a floating hut or something. And I think this dreams is based on something like a series, right? Like a probably TV show, right? But I don't know, this time cruiser, I don't think it was actually based on something, but maybe it was also already a license. I don't know what I'm seeing here. And there's actually the front of the Metroliner, but then in gray, which was actually also included in this new replacement for the Metroliner. And of course, these new molds that they introduced in 1991 with these trains, they had a lot of new molds. And of course, they wanted to reuse it again because developing these molds, as I understand, is quite expensive. So yeah, I also see a bit Lego Technic in this team. So it's also a bit a mixture of everything, and pirates parts I see. So okay, this is what I remember about this 1999 catalog. That was just like quite weird also. But, and this is what I like a lot, they introduced, I think, Lego Western. And I know that Playmobil, the other brand, the competitor of Lego back then, had a lot of Western stuff. And I think Lego just realized we also have to do that. We also have to do some cowboy stuff, some prairie, some Western stuff. And I think this was one of the rare teams in Lego history with guns. Because Lego actually doesn't like guns. Also, of course, for the licenses, they make exceptions, but then everything is fine. But they didn't have guns. Pirates also, and Lego Western. And I knew that it existed, but now it is the first time actually I see sets. I totally forgot about this. And especially this one, this Fortress. Very nice. Yeah. With special pieces, I think. Yeah, and this also looks like an interesting set. A very interesting base plate here, I see. Yeah. This is something I could explore a bit longer maybe, but for this video I want to keep it a bit short. But this is very almost like something totally new for me, so yeah. Let's go to another major news event. July 5th, I guess it was announced that the first successfully cloned animal was successful. Dolly the sheep, I remember that. I remember that it was on the news. It was also quite controversial. And I think the sheep had some issues. And I think also it died quite early. But it made it to be born and to be alive, I guess, for a while. Yeah. Let's go to the next page. Pirates. I think pirates was always something, always very nice. They even had a new ship here, because I don't know when Pirates, Lego Pirates was discontinued, because on some point it was discontinued. You cannot believe that, but it is like that. I think it's like one of the, you know, especially when I was young, all the boys, they wanted to play pirates, you know, pirate, wanted to be a pirate, wanted to play with pirates. So it was a hot thing back then. Yeah. A lot of new sets also. But the ship looks very nice. And then you also had the Royal Navy, it's called. Okay. Also nice. It is like the enemy, I guess. And then you also had this island. I don't know how you say it in English, but this people from an island, like this Amazon people. And they, I think, were introduced in 1994 with a lot of new alternative faces also. Okay. Yes, but pirates, I think that is like really like a nice thing. It was, I don't know why they discontinued that. Lego Knights. So in 1996 they still had all these teams, all these classical Lego teams. Just nice to know, because I think in the 1999 catalog it just disappeared. And there's no new set here, so I don't know if that was already for Lego Knights the end approaching. I mean, still very nice set here. And they always had this particular lifted base plates, this mountainous base plates. Yeah, but there's not a lot. I remember before there were more sets. I think there was even this dragon, right? There was even a dragon. And it's woods people. But they were already not here anymore. Another major news event. I have to be a bit careful because I only have like 2 more news events. Let's just go to the next page. Yeah, it was very difficult to find interesting, positive-minded news events. 1996. That was a year with a lot of bloodshed. Yeah, we always think, right, that today time there's so much wars as never before, but I don't know, 96 also seemed to be not so peaceful. Aquazone. And I think there was also like another team before, but it was called Aquarius, I think, Aquarius something. But maybe it's just the same thing. Maybe I'm confused, because here actually I see things that I remember of that team. But Aquazone it is called, yeah. So things for in the water. Aqua sharks, aquanauts. Very nice, very nice. Just period, very nice. Very nice transparent pieces. A very nice thing that you didn't see, I think, in a lot of toys, that you have actually underwater teams, you know. I like this color combination also, this yellow, black, and a bit this kind of orange it is. Yeah. The design of this page, I don't like it that much. It's a bit too much computer stuff already, I think, involved. But okay. You know, it would have been nice. I like it when those pages have just like a full scenery, like something is happening, and then you just put the squares with the sets on it, you know. And here they just have this all these edges that don't show anything. Yeah, not my taste. A Lego space. Yes, and I see they rebranded these teams, I think, because this was actually just like the normal, I say the normal, was it not called the Lego Police or something? This white with blue theme. Interesting. But this is a huge spaceship. Looks very nice, actually. And also these nice transparent pieces. And I think this white is just a very nice, this white and blue and a bit black is just a very nice combination. But again, I don't know why, again, they designed this page. You know, if they would just have blown this up a bit, this picture, put everything on it, it would just be way better. It was just like the 90s, the end of the 90s, 2000s. They just loved this computer animation so much and they put it more and more and more in it. And that's also what happened to this 1999 catalog, which was just like a bad year for Lego probably, but also they just produced a bad Lego catalog, you know. Again, I put it in the description. I think I already put it in the description of the first video of this catalog, but I can put it again because it's so often that I mention it. And there was still a monorail available in Lego Space. Not airport shuttle anymore. It was already gone, I saw. But they still had the monorail. It's a bit weird because, yes, I remember this. This is a kind of thing that you have two dead ends and then you either can run it off the track, I guess, or you can just make it run back because this monorail system worked with, you can only decide on the stations where the train is going. When the train is on its way, it's just like an unstoppable projectile and then, yeah, it can just end up crashing somewhere or something. And you can also see that actually here. They actually explain it here, how it works. Yes, and this is also a nice theme. This is Spurious with this red and blue color, blue transparent colors. And then of course the model team. And I don't have any model team sets in my collection. And I regret it so bad. This is a really nice truck, but there was this white truck. It was an amazing set. This is also an amazing set. This is also an amazing set. And I think this is actually also a nice set. So it's a pity that I don't have any of these model team sets. And maybe on some point, it depends also on how successful this YouTube channel will be. Maybe I can also make some investments on some point and also build with you sets that I don't have, new sets, and also iconic sets that I don't have, like some of the model team sets. I don't know what happened with this team. You still have this, I think, Lego Creator, right? You still have these scale models, which are now actually meant more for adults. But yeah, this model team was for a long time the only thing that actually made this kind of scale models. Very nice team, always a very small team because the sets were actually quite big. But I don't have any of them. I didn't buy any of them. I don't know why. It's a pity because they are really wanted. There's a lot of collectors now actually collecting those model team sets. But yes, major news event, July 19 till August 4. July 19, the beginning of the Summer Olympics in Atlanta or USA, and it took till August 4. Atlanta, right? You say, not Atlanta. Atlanta. Yeah, USA, America. Also something that is a bit random. Okay, Olympics, great. But yeah, 96, very difficult. It was very difficult to find nice major news events. Lego Technic. That means that we are approaching the end of the catalog. Was always on the end of the catalog, Lego Technic, for the older kids. And okay. Yeah, this helicopter looks nice. The chopper, these new sets, yeah. And they still had the Lego Technic minifigure. I don't know actually when it was actually discontinued, this Lego Technic minifigure. I was assuming it was actually already before I quit playing with Lego, but I think I didn't see it anymore in the 1999 Lego catalog, which is just totally like, I already mentioned it so many times now in this video. It was just really like, I don't have actually the catalog, I think, of 1998. So I don't know, it was like a smooth transition to a more bad kind of Lego, or it was really like a 1999 chopping and everything, like disastrous. Right, next page. Okay, and there's an interesting set that you have a lot of different alternatives. Okay. I cannot really see, I see it here, but I cannot really see actually, I don't know. It looks a bit minimalistic. It looks a bit like they're selling more than it actually is, right? And they have a lot of these tubes they use everywhere, which is just like a tiny piece of plastic, and to make visualize an entire roof, you know? And of course I should look at especially the new sets, and I didn't see yet really impressive Lego Technic set. Yeah, and it's big car, of course. I also have it, and it's a big thing, like a dilemma, like can I also involve it in this project, in this YouTube channel? But I'm just so nervous about building that set. It will take me quite long, and one mistake and you have to go back again, like people have to watch a half hour more, right? Because you have to go back all the way till the point where you made that mistake. Yeah. And there's another new set again with these tubes. That was really a thing. Right. Ah, there's the space shuttle. We saw it in the first video, on the total start of the video. We saw it in the beginning of the catalog. But yeah, looks nice. Looks quite advanced. It's a nice thing. And you can actually make also like a submarine out of it. Because this is also nice with the, I don't know how it's now actually, but the Lego Technic sets, they mostly also had an alternative build, which was also on itself actually mostly like worth it to be a set. Talking about alternative builds, there was also like I have this set also, and there's a really nice helicopter in it, which you can fly, and then there's also like a T-Rex also. So both builds are quite interesting, but the problem was that it was always connected to this control panel, this power unit, so yeah, you didn't really play a long time with it, you know, you just pushed a bit buttons, and then after half hour it was not really like something you can take around and fly with it, like, you know, when you just have a helicopter, you can just play with it and fly it around. And this was just connected, and the same with the T-Rex. It was also just connected to this control unit. All right. And then yes, you always had, in some Lego catalogs, you always had on the end like this surface, because there was not like a brick link or something back then. So you actually had to order your extra bricks by calling a phone number. Yeah, there's a phone number. And then you actually had to call them to order your bricks, the one they wanted to have extra. Or you could also have, had these forms that you could fill out and send them over the post. Yeah, that was the time. I think people nowadays, they cannot even imagine this, how that was before. It was also nice because it was very clear and very limited, not a lot of options. So now there's so much options, you know, with this internet, which makes it also a bit like, stressful sometimes. And of course, I'm not even talking about the addiction that a lot of people have, you know, like wanting to be on this internet, wanting to be on this social media, being stuck to it, not able to put it away. Yeah. Some extra parts for making more trains. Yeah. Yes. So that's the end of the catalog. And then either the catalogs were finishing with the model team, which was often printed only on the back cover, or there was also cases with promotion about Legoland. And this is in this case, what is? Yeah, 1996 we finished it. Overall, I think it was still a nice year for Lego, but not the best one. Of all the catalogs that I did until now, I think I was still impressed by the 1994, but it was because it was the first catalog I did in this YouTube channel, the first catalog that I saw after so long time, after 30 years. So maybe the impact, the effect of getting surprised again about these old sets had the most effect with that catalog because it was the first catalog I was doing. But yes, of course, the 1991 catalog is quite important to me because they introduced the 9-volt Lego train system, and that was a great year for me. As a Lego trains fan, I was. And also the 1990 Lego catalog was also an important one because it was the last year that they had the 12-volt Lego train system. Yeah. The 1992 catalog has, I think, the best cover because it's all brick built. And 1996, yes, it was, like I mentioned, it was not that bad, but it was also, I think, already the start of the downfall of Lego when it had these difficult times, end of the 90s, start of the 2000s. Yeah. Yes, I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's very important for my channel to grow. But then also please hit the notification bell because then it just actually makes sense. There will also be some other videos here to watch, a playlist with some videos in it. So feel free to watch more of my videos. I hope to see you soon in the next video, and I wish you a wonderful day. Goodbye.